We started this business back in 1988. Prior to that, I had one failed attempt at entrepreneurship, which is not so much talked about because people talk about what you see as successes and not what is the failure behind it. So before we started Luminous, we had started a power electronics company by the name of Oak Power Systems, which developed UPS, which is now known as offline or line interactive UPS, back in 1986, 87. And we made revenues in 1986 of some 60 lakh rupees in the very first year of starting that business. What happened next was something that taught us a lesson of our lifetime, which was that the product started to fail after we sold them. Almost 18 years, we didn't borrow enough. We didn't raise any capital. We were cautious to the point of being obnoxiously cautious. We just did not grow as fast as the opportunity presented itself to us. But we built a very, very strong foundation. It was a nice company with a lot of good people who had stayed along a long time, good relationships, good brand, good partnerships, good products. Everything was good, but we weren't really growing well enough. Also about to set on a journey to compete with somebody as mighty as Exide, who were at that point in time selling batteries to us, and we had just taken a decision that we will make our own batteries and that we won't buy them from Exide and we'll build them ourselves, make a competition to Exide and build ourselves into being a total power solutions company from being just a power electronics company. On a net worth at that time of some 6-7 crores that we had built, on a turnover of about 100 odd crores that we had reached, we decided to invest in manufacturing batteries and to invest 57 crores in capital cost in one single year when our balance sheet stood at 6 crores net worth. So we actually took our brand, that is the Luminous brand, as a pledge and as a security to lend money to us for building a battery plant. So it was a leap of faith at one point in time. So from ultra conservatism to some complete reckless leap of faith, or so some would think, we took both those extremes in that one period and got ourselves started in the battery business. And I think that was probably the best move that we made in terms of making our business scale up, because from 100 crores in 2006, we were able to get to 2,000 crores probably this year, I think, give or take 30, 40, 50 crores here or there. So we've been able to grow the business 20x in a span of just 7 years because of a couple of right moves at the right time. We then got the first infusion of private equity, which was from CLSA Capital Partners in 2007. In 2008, then we started another venture called Luminous Tele-Infra, which got into energy management solutions for telecom and other data center applications. Got funded a little bit to bridge the equity gap by IFCI Ventures, who invested in that year with us. And then in 2009, we bought them back ourselves because we thought that that equity was worth more than what we had given it away for. They made good money. Then we merged the two of them together, the Luminous Tele-Infra and the Luminous business, and it became a much more scaled player with power electronics, energy management, and batteries business. And then we added in 2010 a home electricals vertical to this business, leveraging the brand and channels. So now, as you see, Luminous is getting active and pretty strong in certain areas like wires, fans, MCBs, and stuff of that nature. So today, it's a full home electricals, home electronics, power electronics kind of a solutions company with a face that is also towards the institutional or energy management area. What happened on the way, a couple of things more. We had an adventure in China. In 2008, we set up a ground-up manufacturing facility out of Shenzhen in China, which was 100% owned by us with Chinese management. did well for us, and we used that as a base to grow into exports and covered about 27, 28 countries at last count where we sell the Luminous brand, which was also part of the Luminous, total overall structure. So we sold 74% of the business to Schneider. We did not sell all of it. We continue to hold a minority 26% equity and still manage at least the board level activity. So I still continue as the chairman. Navneet is also on the board, and we help Schneider a little bit in helping them kind of transition the business or grow it further. And it's been doing very well. It's still growing at about 35-40% year on year. And I think it has got a lot of steam left still. So we are continuing inside the business, though as a minority shareholder. And why we did all this was because we thought that we wanted to start a few more of such ventures where there is a bigger leverage of entrepreneurship available on the capital that you deploy. So after having gotten out of there, we started a few more companies, about 4 or 5 of them in the last 1 year, which are in different verticals. We can talk about that later. And we have started this little fund called Incubate Capital Partners, which has a single line investment philosophy. So if an entrepreneur needs us without our money, we are willing to put some money in it. So that's our philosophy.